When you buy a house in Australia, you get one for free. Let me share with you my real-life case. This client from Perth contacted me at the end of the year saying he wanted to invest in Melbourne. He himself is a miner in Perth and has already seen massive layoffs happening in the industry, so he doesn't have confidence in Perth. The client has a very high income, around 200,000 PAYG, but the risk is that he doesn't know when he might be laid off. Based on his personal situation, I designed a good plan for him. While he hasn't been laid off yet, he should take advantage of the luxury tax and get his tax back first. And on the right, add some cash flow. Then if there are any signs of layoffs, quickly build a granny flat in the backyard so that the house can support you. So we bought him a property with a very large backyard, an old house. The main house is roughly at the front yard, and the area has a great view. People can blend in, but the land itself is not enough. In the past 10 years, the price increase in this mature area has also been around 80%, very stable, with almost no corrections. Now here comes the exciting part. We helped him secure this house off market, and at that time, it was already $10,000 below the appraised value, which means he essentially made $10,000 right away. Then during the 3 months waiting for settlement, the appraisal value of the house increased by another $20,000. But as fate would have it, the client never expected to be laid off so soon. Originally, he planned to pay the wealth tax for a year or two, but now there's no choice. He had to go straight to plan B. Here's the exciting part. Buy one, get one free. So we took the granny flat construction contract and went to see his banker. Pay attention. The contract states that building this granny flat will cost $100,000. The banker will prepare an appraisal report called as if it's built. What does that mean? For example, when you bought this house, it was appraised at $750,000. The granny flat is worth $100,000. So after it's built, the total value of both buildings is $850,000. The bank will lend you 80% of that $850,000 in advance to help you build the granny flat. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Out of the $100,000 needed for the granny flat, $80,000 can be borrowed using this method. What about the $20,000 down payment? That actually comes from the appreciation of the house itself. So in the end, our client didn't spend a single penny. It's as if the previous homeowner gave them a granny flat for free. You might ask, doesn't this mean taking on extra debt? Let's do the math. The old house, worth $750,000, had a weekly rent of $540. With an 80% loan, $600,000 is borrowed, and the weekly mortgage payment is $690. This means a negative cash flow of $150 per week. Adding a granny flat, which costs $100,000, brings in $320 rent per week. With an $80,000 loan, the weekly mortgage payment is $92, resulting in a positive cash flow of $228 per week. Add the negative 150 and the positive 228, and you get a positive 78 per week. How about that? Buy a main house, get a granny flat for free, and it even helps you turn negative cash flow into positive cash flow. Tempting, isn't it? Remember, good property investment starts with good financial planning. I'm Jin Swanmei, your go-to property consultant in Melbourne.